Hey guys, Wes here with DJI Track Talk, and we're at the famed Devil's Bowl Speedway in Mesquite, Texas. This place has a lot of history, also the birthplace of the world of Outlaws. And it's a D-shaped half mile. It's fast, elevated backstretch so the fans can see. Seats 10,000 people, so this place has been in business for a long time too. And I got one of my favorite people in the whole world up here, Bobbi Johnson, and she can tell you this place rocks, and she's been here quite a few years, correct?
Yeah, we used to live in Greenville, Texas when Jason drove for Lanny and Alan Rao out of the shop diesel service, the original 41 car. I guess we lived outside of Dallas there in Greenville for probably approximately on and off throughout his racing career for about 12 to 15, at least 12 years or so. Anytime Jason got fired or didn't have a ride, Mr. Lanny would tell him, "Come on home, son." And that was right there outside the shop on a cement pad that one of the local concrete plants had poured for us. The Caldwells that they have a pawn shop and all sorts over in Princeton. And today I made a phone call and Jackson and I needed a pickup from the airport, so the Pope group came by and got us. Some longtime friends and family of us, and yeah, just reliving old times. Coolest part, I guess, about it is coming back. You feel like it is a home because you lived here for so long. You know where this is at. The boys have been camped out outside of Smiley's. Tom Lorenz and Smiley's came on board for this weekend to help us out a little bit and stuff, to be a local sponsor. And yeah, so it's just super awesome coming back. Yeah,
I mean, JJR has, tons of history at this track, obviously, and some of the things you can remember anyway, some track records and things like that.
Yeah, last year, it was just phenomenal to hear new track record at Devil's Bowl Speedway by Johnny Gibson. That was probably, I kept thinking, man, I think the one prior to that was, who did they say, Mark Kinzer for like almost 20 years or something unreal. And when they said Jason, I was like, man, he's like, oh, I just want to go down in history like that. And obviously that did happen. This was his favorite racetrack. Whenever you'd ask him where he liked to go back and race or what his favorite was, it was Devil's Bowl Speedway. He did build Jack's a little teeny baby one outside on some property on the side of our house, like the Devil's Bowl, where she's high in one, down on on the back stretch, low on the front stretch, and he knows how to cut you off in the corner. So
yeah, when you come off at 3, it's probably like dive bombing because you go downhill. I can't imagine what that feels like. I'd love to check that out, that's for sure. I was talking to Logan Schuhart earlier, said it's
if we don't get enough cars, I'll put you in one, Wes, see if you get the night off.
That would be awesome. Logan Schuhart said it's like dive bombing when you come off of that. He goes, you feel like you're in an airplane or a roller coaster, and then going up 1 and 2 is kind of uphill, so a little different. But yeah, definitely a fast track. And the Edwards family, there's something else with some characters in that family, and they got quite the place here though. And we're just glad you're back out on the road again. And Jack's with you?
Yeah, we flew. We left the house. We got up at 4:30 this morning at the airport for 7 o'clock, and I was just telling Wes a minute ago that it's always something. You think you fly somewhere and there won't be no drama and stuff, but that's never the case. We got on the runway, they shut the motors down and told us that there was heavy traffic in DFW area, so we were going to sit and wait for at least 25 minutes. And I was like, oh goodness, start texting, hey, ride, hang up, find a Whataburger. Did you eat a Whataburger down here?
I haven't. I've kind of been trapped here with nothing to do, no vehicle, so that's all right though. It's kind of cool to be camped out at a racetrack and call it your home for a couple days. When your backyard's a racetrack and your front yard's the grandstands, that's pretty cool. No
doubt on that. Well, when they go home to let the dogs out, I'll have them stop and pick you up a Whataburger.
They ought to call it whatchamacallit for you.
My favorite.
Thanks, Bobbi. Thanks for coming up and talking with us, and good luck tonight. And hopefully David has his act together, and you'll lay some laps down too.
I know Phil's super excited to be back at Devil's Bowl Speedway. He actually won a race here for the Shop Motorsports in the car. One week he crashed and he called Jason, and Jason goes, "I'm coming home for Speed Week, so you better fix that shit." So he hit one of these famous tractor tires down here, knocked the whole front end out. Philip stayed up all night long to rebuild a car, and then Jason said, "Oh, I knew he got too much. He got too ambitious or something or other," and then he came out and won after that. So it's pretty. He has a little bit of history being around this place of being a driver too at some point and stuff.
Right on.
But the wildest part was some people let Jason drive a modified here, and he's like, "Oh, that's gonna be all right." Coming down the back stretch, that thing like lifted up. I'll never forget. It lifted up, man. He pushed in and knocked out 3 other guys. There was a fight on in the pits. Caldwell's, I don't think they asked him back after that. It was definitely a funny time to watch.
Sure. Well, his place was in a sprint car, obviously.
Yeah.
But hey, make sure Jack stops down and says hello to me, and you have a great day, and we'll catch up with you for Easter.
Awesome. Thank
All right,
you.
you bet.
Come to the shop.